Captain Lakshmi Sehgal was a revolutionary of the Indian independence movement, an officer of the Indian National Army, and the Minister of Women's Affairs in the Azad Hind government. Sehgal was born as Lakshmi Swaminathan in Malabar, present Anakara Patambi in Kerala, to S. Swaminathan, a lawyer who practiced criminal law at the Madras High Court, and A.V. Amakutti, a social worker and independence activist. She is the elder sister of noted Indian classical dancer Mrinalini Sarabhai. Sehgal studied in Queen Mary's College, Chennai, and later received an MBBS degree from the Madras Medical College in 1938. A year later, she received her diploma in gynecology and obstetrics. She worked as a doctor in the government Kasturba Gandhi Hospital located at Triplicane, Chennai. The intervening years saw Lakshmi and her family drawn into the ongoing freedom struggle. She saw the transformation of her mother from a Madras socialite to an ardent Congress supporter. The visits of congressmen were quite regular to her parental house, and that is where she got inspired to be part of the freedom struggle. In 1940, she left for Singapore after the failure of her marriage to pilot P.K.N. Rao. During her stay at Singapore, she met some members of Subhash Chandra Bose's Indian National Army, the INA. In 1942, during the surrender of Singapore by the British to the Japanese, she aided wounded prisoners of war, many of whom wanted to form an Indian independence army. Singapore at that time had several nationalist Indians working there, including K.P. Kesav Menon, S.C. Guha, and N. Raghavan, who formed a council of action. The Indian National Army, or Azad Hind Fauj, however, received no firm commitments or approval from the occupying Japanese forces regarding their participation in the war. It was against this backdrop that Subhash Chandra Bose arrived in Singapore on 2nd July 1943. Lakshmi had learned that Bose was keen to draft women into the organization, and so she requested a meeting with him, from which she emerged with a mandate to set up a women's regiment to be called the Rani of Jhansi Regiment. Women responded enthusiastically to join the all-women brigade, and thus Dr. Lakshmi Swaminathan became Captain Lakshmi. The women brigade was trained with weapons such as rifle and hand grenades. Additionally, they were taught about military tactics, strategies, map reading, and additional classes for learning of Hindi were held. It was a source of inspiration for many others who eventually, in the later days, became part of the freedom struggle. The INA marched to Burma with the Japanese army in December 1944, but by March 1945, with the tide of war turning against them, the INA leadership decided to retreat before they could enter Imphal. Captain Lakshmi was arrested by the British Army in May 1945 and kept under house arrest in the jungles of Burma until March 1946, when she was sent to India at a time when the INA trials in Delhi heightened popular discontent with and hastened the end of the colonial rule. In March 1947, she married Colonel Prem Kumar Sehgal, who served along with her in the INA. After their marriage, they settled in Kanpur, where she continued with her medical practice and aided the refugees who were arriving in large numbers following the partition of India. They had 2 daughters, Subhashini, Ali, and Anisa Puri. By the early 1970s, Lakshmi's daughter Subhashini had joined the CPI, Marxist, who brought to her mother's attention an appeal from Jyoti Basu for doctors and medical supplies for Bangladeshi refugee camps. Captain Lakshmi left for Calcutta carrying clothes and medicines, where she worked for the next 5 weeks, organizing relief camps and medical aid for refugees who streamed into India from Bangladesh. After her return, she applied for membership in the CPIM and officially joined the party in 1971. She was one of the founding members of All India Democratic Women's Association in 1981 and led many of its activities and campaigns. After the Bhopal gas tragedy in 1984, she led a medical team to the city. Years later, she also came up with a report on the long-term effects of the gas on pregnant women. During the anti-Sikh riots that followed Prime Minister Indira Gandhi's assassination in 1984, she was out on the streets in Kanpur, confronting anti-Sikh mobs and ensuring that no Sikh or Sikh establishment near her clinic was attacked. She was arrested for her participation in a campaign by AIDWA against the Miss World competition in Bangalore in 1996. She continued to see patients regularly at a clinic in Kanpur in 2006, even at the age of 92. In 1998, she was awarded the Padma Vibhushan by Indian President K.R. Narayanan. In 2002, 4 leftist parties, the Communist Party of India, the Communist Party of India Marxist, the Revolutionary Socialist Party, and the All India Forward Bloc nominated Sehgal as a candidate in the presidential elections. She was the sole opponent of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who emerged victorious. Although she lost the election, she spent a number of days traversing the length and breadth of the country and used her platform to publicly scrutinize a political system that allowed poverty and injustice to grow and had fed new irrational and divisive ideologies. She died of a cardiac arrest causing brain stroke on 23 July 2012 in Kanpur at the age of 97 after suffering from a prolonged sickness. Her body was donated to Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Memorial Medical College for medical research. We salute her commitment to the issues of women and social change, which remained a part and parcel of her life.